Well, the reason he may want to call an election now, or like an early election, is because of the federal election. The federal election is currently slated for, I believe it is like fall 2025. But we are getting a lot of talk about an early election at the federal level. Pierre Poilievre really wants to call an early election, which, I mean, if you're in his shoes, it makes complete sense why you want an early election. He has everything to gain and almost nothing to lose. And the Liberals, but the Liberals, NDP, Bloc Québécois have everything to lose. So they've kind of been avoiding an early election because it doesn't really seem to make sense for them to want to get that early election because they don't really have a lot to gain from it. The Conservatives are the one who are going to be gaining at the federal level. But now, how does that affect the provincial level? Well, if according to a TVO video, it looks at like what would happen if there was a federal conservative government, and they talk about how Pierre Poilievre and his conservative government will most likely introduce budget cuts, which will then be felt on the provincial level, and then Doug Ford will get blamed for that. The anger towards these federal cuts that will affect the province of Ontario will be directed towards Doug Ford, and that could reduce his chances of re-election. So his thought process is that if he calls an election sooner rather than later, it won't get like, people won't blame what the federal government has done. They won't blame him for that. And if he calls an election sooner, with the hatred towards the Liberals at a federal level, he's hoping, Doug Ford, that is hoping that people will conflate the Liberals and even the NDP at a provincial level with the Liberals and the NDP at a federal level, and we'll look at it and go, man, I really don't like Justin Trudeau and his Liberals. I really don't like Jagmeet Singh and his NDP. You know what? I'm going to vote for Conservative. For Poilievre, I might as well also vote re-elect Doug Ford. So that is kind of why he might be thinking of calling an early election.